Hello and welcome to Pacific English Institute. This is your orientation. Today we're going to introduce you to the staff at Pacific English Institute, some information about studying in Australia, some information about studying here, including responsibilities and rules, academic information, complaints procedures, course timetables and academic calendar, emergency procedures, living in Australia, and a quick induction. Pradeep is our principal administrator, and next to him we have Roma, our senior accountant. On this slide we have Sonia, who's our admin officer or administration officer, Paul, our academic manager, Betty, who's the administration officer. In marketing we have Louis and Saga. Louis heads up the Asia Pacific region, and Saga is listed as our marketing manager. In addition, we have Amit Nepal, who is our IT administrator. Anuj is also our IT administrator. And this slide talks about the fact that Pacific College of Technology, which is our sister college, has won many awards, particularly in the Auburn region. And we've had many social events as evidenced by this slide, including but not limited to excursions to the Blue Mountains, a shipwreck, a Christmas cruise party, and many more. Studying in Australia is the next slide, and we're going to talk about the course that you will be undertaking, and that is an English language intensive course for overseas students. That's what ELICOS stands for, and ELICOS programs are intensive in their nature because we compress quite a bit of information into a short period of time, or relatively short period of time, and that's supposed to help you to improve your English in the shortest time possible. Whilst you are here whilst you have an overseas student visa, you have to maintain health cover at all times, and the health cover covers visits to the GP, hospitals, ambulance, prescription medications, and other surgical procedures. However, it does not cover certain other things, including dental and chiropractors and physiotherapy. But for more information about that, you should contact your health cover provider. And keep your card with you at all times. Studying at Pacific English Institute is fantastic, and although you do have some responsibilities, which include maintaining overseas health cover at all times, meeting the terms of your written agreement with us, informing us if you change your contact details, maintaining satisfactory attendance, which means at least 80%. You must attend at least 80% of your scheduled course hours, and we do accept medical certificates due to illness, and if you have any questions about that, you should speak to our front office administration. Your responsibilities, well, while you're here, you need to maintain course progress and attendance, which means you need to participate in those weekly tests which we give you as a part of your English course. Your attendance I already touched upon, and you need to pay your fees on time. If you don't attend class or don't pay your fees, then it may jeopardize your student visa, and your end of course certificate may not be available. You need to register for online classes. We do offer 2 shifts, including the day shift and the weekend shift, and they both start at 9 a.m. The day shift goes from Monday to Wednesday, and the weekend shift starts on Friday and finishes on Sunday. Same times. We will send you links to register and more information about that particular or those particular timetables. Other important information includes leave, so you can apply for leave and you should speak to the front office administration if you do require leave. However, we find most students are fine just studying through and just waiting for those mid-term or those breaks, those end-of-term breaks. And deferring or temporary suspension, look, this will be or can be granted under compelling or compassionate circumstances, but again, you will need to speak to our admin team about that sort of thing. Computer login details and user ID and password we will give you if you are actually studying on campus. Additionally, some general campus rules. Try to speak in English at all times, whether you're online or you're studying in person. And if you are actually at the college and you're studying in person, then food and drink are not allowed in the classrooms. We ask that when you are studying online that you respect everyone else in the class. You look after your valuables if you actually do attend the college, and you don't damage college property while you are here. Keep your passwords private, and of course alcohol, drugs, weapons and smoking are prohibited or not allowed at the college. The college premises also has CCTV or closed circuit television cameras for security purposes, so just be aware of that. Any complaints and problems, if you have a complaint or problem with anything like classwork, fees, immigration, that sort of thing, you should speak to your teacher in the first instance, but if your teacher can't help you, then you can speak to one of our administration staff. And if you still have an issue, then you can make an appointment to see our principal administrator. However, if you're still unhappy, you can contact an external mediation service like the Overseas Student Ombudsman, and you can bring someone to help you if you feel as though you need support or you feel as though your English is not up to the standard needed for those meetings. For more information about our college, please go to pacificenglish.com.au. We've got a nice glossy website there for you. And if you're planning your future, as most people do, Pacific English Institute does articulate into our sister college, Pacific College of Technology, and Pacific College of Technology does articulate into higher education like some universities. So there are various agreements around with our sister college, and you can ask our administration team for more information about that. The timetables, as I mentioned before, there's a day shift which runs from Monday through to Wednesday, and the weekend shift runs from Friday through to Sunday. Both shifts start at 9 a.m. and finish at 3:30. We do have live online classes that run in between 9 and 3:30, and we do also have some self-study included within those hours. Please ask your teacher for more information about that. Emergency procedures, well, in the event of a fire or other emergency at Pacific College of Technology or Pacific English Institute, please make your way quickly down the emergency stairs, look for the exit sign, and you'll need to meet up, or you'll need to meet in the meeting area, which is the Auburn Soccer Club. Ask your teacher or ask the administration staff for more information about that. And living in Australia. Well, living in Australia, you'll need to work, or most people will need to work, so you'll need to apply for a tax file number. You'll need to open a bank account. You'll need to get a mobile phone. You'll need to understand your work rights, write a CV, search for jobs, and apply for jobs. There's plenty of things you'll need to do. And traveling, well, to travel around Sydney, you'll need an Opal card. Google Maps is also a good source of information in terms of finding your way around Sydney, because it can be quite confusing initially for some students. And safety, Sydney is a fairly safe city, but it's important to make safe choices, including, choosing a brightly lit street and staying away from parks and dark areas at night time, choosing a street where there are lots of people, and travel with a friend if possible. If you do feel uncomfortable at any time, trust in your instincts or your feelings and find somewhere safe to go. And for all other emergencies, or for all emergencies, in fact, just call 000. That's 000. And that's for the police, the fire, and the ambulance in this country. Any questions? Please don't hesitate to ask us. The email address is info@pacificenglish.com.au. Thank you very much for listening to me today. And that's the end of the presentation, and in fact the end of the orientation slideshow.